Come in. The show's about to begin. Today we have all the way from Germany, Wampe. He's a drummer. He's going to be showing us what makes him awesome. We're going to chat with him today. It's going to be so fun. So come on in, get a snack, stay with us, and we're going to be with Wampe in just a few minutes. So let's go. I hope you have fun. It's YenYorkCity Live here from New York City.
YenYorkCity Podcast. YenYorkCity Podcast. YenYorkCity Podcast. YenYorkCity Podcast. YenYorkCity Podcast. YenYorkCity YenYorkCity Podcast. 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 YenYorkCity YenYorkCity Podcast. YenYorkCity Podcast.
Hey!
Yeah?
We're
Hey!
Whoa.
Okay, now I hear myself. Hey everyone, welcome in to another YenYorkCity Live podcast. And
Just want to
today,
make sure this is okay. We're good.
we are here for the month of October.
Make money, Eric.
Hey Eric, welcome in. You made it. You made it to another awesome German drummer, and he is amazing. Wampe. I love saying that name. He's from Germany. He's really, really cool. I really love my German peeps on Twitch because they're always the sweetest and nicest peeps. I've noticed that last week we had another beautiful person here, drummer Simon. Drums with Simon. I mean, if you guys weren't here, you guys missed a good one. But today we have a really awesome German drummer also. And we're having fun in the month of October. We're dressing up. So we asked our guests, well, what would you like to be? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure about, getting dressed. And, and some people are a little bit, like they don't know what to be. Or he's like, I'll think of something. And then I was like, well, let's just do something easy then, like being rock stars or your favorite rock star or something. He's like, you know what I think? I think that the real rock stars in life our nurses, our doctors, are the people that, are doing it out there in the field all day, day in and day out. And I said, you know what? You're right. You're right. They are the true rock stars, really, right? Saving lives, changing the world. Music changes us too, and it's healing. But also, police officers, he almost was a firefighter. I have a thing for firefighters too, because they're hot, in so many ways.
Couldn't find my size, so.
But police officers, hey,
I find my size on this one.
I'm a naughty nurse, so, he can arrest me if I'm too naughty today.
Hey!
So who's in the chat? Oh, I see Nigel.
Tito!
What up, honey? How you doing? Nigel. Tito, they were both on the podcast, guys. Go follow them real quick because they're awesome.
We got Bubble.
Bubble, what's up, Bubble? There goes Wampe.
How do you say that? I don't know how to say that.
We'll say Bubble.
Bubble.
What up, Bubble?
We got Alex,
so
Alexis. We got Akina. Yeah.
And how
Welcome.
How was everybody's week? Did anybody do anything? Are you guys gonna dress up for Halloween too? Do you know what you're gonna be for Halloween? We have 2 more weeks of us dressing up like this. So what would you guys like to see us dress up as? Last week we were hippies. If you didn't see, go follow my Instagram. We had fun with Simon. Simon, of course, was dressed. Everybody, I think Alpine said, Simon looks like himself. He always looks like a flower child, like he's coming in with some zen into the room.
He's always vibing.
He has all those good vibes. And so, we were more like a little different. We had the hippie thing, and it was fun. Well, I'm a yoga instructor, so I do have that zen in me too, yen with zen, which I'm going to be doing those, right? The meditation and the yoga streams soon.
Yeah, we're setting those up, just finishing some layouts and design and stuff, just so that it's more particular to that kind of vibe. Unlike the podcast alerts and stuff, the alerts here, it's a little bit more like flashy. The other ones it's simple, and it's more like ASMR-ish with like the spatial sounds, so
more
it's gonna be fun
with yen. Tito says he was moving furniture. I don't know what I did, but my back is killing me. Oh no, sending you healing vibes. Nurse Jens, sending you healing vibes. I hope you feel better and your back feels better, because drummers always seem to have some
sort of issues.
It's like you gotta stretch before you do any exercise. Stretch before you go on live for hours. You gotta take care of yourself and be good to your body, because your body is what creates that epic music. So
we're seeing Wampe behind the scenes here. He's stretching out himself.
He needs to stretch. Yes, stretch, honey, stretch. And we got to do that more often. I think people forget, to stretch in the morning. At least wake up 15 minutes before you're supposed to, and just stay in the bed, and then slowly wake up and start stretching, and give yourself that time. And trust me, you'll feel a lot better for the rest of your day if you start your morning that way. If you have your tea and coffee. Yeah, start your day the right way with some stretching, maybe a nice tea or coffee or water, whatever it is that you do. Give yourself that time. You'll thank me later. And just put the alarm a little bit. And even if you're tired, just, start doing it in the morning. And I'm telling you, Nurse Jens knows what she's saying. So, guys.
Nurse Jens, a new Pokemon character.
Yeah. Nurse Jenny! Yeah, people used to say that to me, too. All right, guys, so I want you to hype it up in chat. We're going to have fun with Wampe.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Are you guys ready? I want you guys to be ready for Wampe, because he's going to be playing some fun songs and also telling us how life is in Germany. TwitchCon next year, Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah, TwitchCon.
I think
can't wait.
We're going to try to make it to both TwitchCons. So, guys, hype it up in chat. Use his emotes if you're subscribed to his channel. And if you're here and you're subscribed to our channel, you know that we make emotes for every single person on the podcast. And we specialize them so that it says their name, so you know that we're hyping that particular person on the podcast. And this week is Wampe. So there goes the Wampe hype. So either if you has his or ours, it doesn't matter. And he's getting that emote. So if he wants to put it in his channel, you can use it in his channel, Discord, whatever he wants to do with it.
It's his. He can do whatever he wants.
Yes. So hype it up in chat for him. We got Wampe coming up on YenYorkCity Live all the way from Germany. Vampe, are you ready for us? You ready for me?
Good night. I am ready for you. Let's go.
Nice.
All right, let's go. It's Vampe. You're in YenYorkCity Live. Let's go.
That was fun.
Vampe! And there he goes, guys. There goes Vampe from Germany. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here, Vampe. How was your week?
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for your invitation, and it's great to be here with you both in the... sorry.
Breathe. That was a lot of...
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a lot of drum in there.
That was the way to open up the show. That was awesome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's still unusual for me to be a guest in a podcast, for example, and it's an unusual setting. Yeah, usually, of course, I'm doing live streams and also viewing into this cam in my front and talking to the people, but it's so unusual to have people
talking back, right?
on the ears then, yeah. But it's amazing. No, thank you very much, and it's great to be here. And my week was really good so far. It's a pity that the weekend is already near to the end. Here in Germany, we are having now nearly 8 p.m. So in a few hours again, it's time to sleep, and tomorrow go to work again.
Yeah, you know, we got to get back to our nursing and stopping people on the street and
Giving tickets, getting people pissed off.
yeah. Putting boots on cars, you know.
I love the idea of how I suggested us being rock stars, and you're like, yeah, let's be nurses, doctors, and everyone in the service doing, you know, their part in the world. And you know, I had to do it my way, kind of like Frank Sinatra. You know, I had to do it my way. I'm the naughty nurse, okay? I'm the naughty nurse. I'm the one that the rock stars come when they're feeling a little sick. I'm the healer, and he's the one that arrests me if I get too naughty. You know.
I got a baton to use.
Oh no! Hey, I might like it. I don't know. But Wampe, look at him. He looks like a surgeon, right? He looks like I would trust Wampe to perform anything, because he's such an awesome drummer and he's good with his hands. Okay, if a guy is good with his hands, I think they could do like good surgery or something, right?
You have steady hands, Wampe?
Yeah, we could try surgery with the sticks, of
Yeah.
course. But I don't
Use them
wanna
to
give you
pry open the body.
100% chance that will work well. Yeah.
A nurse and doctor and a police officer walk into the bar. Yes, and what happens? They turn into drummers.
I think I faint from seeing her, and then he saves me with his medical skills.
Aw. Wow.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Wampe, so how's everything out in your neck of the woods? Is the weather good? Is it snowing yet? Is it cold? What are we looking like over there in Germany?
It's fall here.
Yeah, we can see the summer's over, so we are strictly in the autumn, and of course the temperature are getting colder. It's not my time, of course. I'm more the person for warmer temperatures, and but no snow yet. But I guess the first snow we will have in January, maybe. I guess. Yeah.
You guys get a lot of snow out there?
Sorry.
You get a lot of snow?
No, not anymore. When we have snow here in my town, it's one day where we have 1 meter in width, not in height, and the next day it's more water and not really so
It melts
wonderful
quick.
snow viewing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not these days anymore.
Nice. You got a nice setup going on there,
I
too.
really like it. Look at the lights and everything. I see you've always tried to amp up the look of your stream. Because when did you start streaming on Twitch, and how did you find out about Twitch in the first place?
I started streaming early than 2019. In the earlier days, I was on another platform streaming, but more with gaming and coding streams. So I did developing streams on air. And one day when I switched to Twitch, there was over a year where just was more a lurker, not very often on Twitch. And yeah, so 2018 I was again more on air, most with gaming, of course. One day when I checked, there is such an analytics page. I've seen the first music tech stream was in the end of 2019, but I don't really remember what I have done. Maybe it was Guitar Hero, but I guess not really drumming that way. And since this year, I'm more often on air with drums, or already last year I built up the previous set I had before I got this set, and was just maybe all 2 weeks on air and doing some music. Not really so professional, like with a schedule, with more than one streaming days in a month. So it increased this year more. Of course, also with the setup around me, as you mentioned, the light setup, the sound, and anything else around, of course. So I would say, like I'm doing the streams at the moment, I would say the end of the last year.
And the lights you integrated earlier this year, right?
It started at a year ago, I would say. I would need to check my my order history at a music store, so I can't answer this directly out of from my mind.
Because I remember
but
when I
so-
first found you, you were just setting those lights up, and you were messing with the programs, the program for the lighting, which is pretty cool.
At the end, at the moment, one day when I started building up a special delight, I was very, I thought, one day I will have a light show for every single song in my song list. And yeah, since then, how many light shows for songs did I program? 0. So there's not any special light show given at the moment. But this is because I'm just enjoying doing music. Yeah. Of course, just this static light. I can change the color of the bar behind me. That's not a problem. But it's not at the moment that there's a timeline that says, and at this second you are this light, at this second this light, or turn it off, turn it on, whatever. Stratoscope, or how is it? Blind the viewers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the meanwhile, I recognize it's fine. It's enough. Yeah. So. At the moment, I'm just doing some specific changes. You will see later in the second song where I just turn out the spotlight, for example. But mainly, I'm just using the light on the wall, and of course the spotlight and the light that is changing, blurring, or how is it called in the software, over the drum set. Yeah? So at the moment, it's more not really spectacular. Yeah. But it's enough for me at the moment. Maybe one day, when I will be retired and I'm still on Twitch, I will start programming.
Spend more time on it.
The light show for every song.
It gets really tedious, because I know I have a lot of lighting on my setup, and I get really annoyed when things don't work. So so at least you don't have that much of a headache to deal with right now.
The more you add in, the more things can go wrong.
Yeah.
So
That's a problem,
nice.
of course, yeah?
Yeah.
And when I started, it was like a headache for me because it was totally new to me. I'm using traditional DMX based light, yeah. So in the background, there's a software that works for the light, yeah, where I build up this light scenes. I just say play, and then you see what you see. Yeah. At the beginning, it was a learning curve, of course, for me. Yeah. How DMX works. How can I get the light on the lighter? Of course, that wasn't directly clear or obvious to me, so I had to learn it firstly. So, and of course, one day I had this situation now, and it works so far. Yeah, I guess I would. Yeah, big cats could say never change a running system so far. Yeah, so I'm happy with it at the moment. Maybe have more fear to continue with building up the light. How Yen said, as more components you have in the system, there are more sources of pain. Let me say it that way.
But I see you have fun with it, and you do make everything work perfectly. Like I've noticed your streams are getting better and better, just like everything. I mean, this podcast. Oh, when I started the podcast, it wasn't. It was just by myself, and I was just with the other streamer, and we were talking, and I didn't have like the layouts, and I didn't do a lot of the stuff. I did a little bit of the sound effects. Sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. And it wasn't until like I started feeling more comfortable doing them and knowing that going with the flow, when you're doing something live, it's like live television. Anything can go wrong, but it's the way you handle it while it's going wrong. Like I joke with it, or I kind of like, well, it's live, so just like everyone in chat can see everything that's happening, we're in it together. So sometimes chat just laughs with you, or they just, talks amongst yourselves, entertain yourself while I fix this. And it makes it more of a human experience other than just being like focused on the perfection of it. It's the imperfections that kind of make it kind of fun. sometimes, because you got to make it fun. If you're not having fun, everyone's gonna know you're not having fun. So it's better to just go with the flow. Like the way these podcasts are designed is sometimes I used to do the list of questions. Of course, we're gonna talk about your favorite sticks, your favorite symbols, what kind of setup you have. But sometimes we don't even focus on that. Sometimes we go into, your real life outside of drumming. I know you are very techy, so you have another side of yourself, right? You develop software behind the scenes as a profession, right? So you're, all brains, and also, you come and you drum. So that's another side that we can talk about.
What kind of software do you develop?
At the moment, mainly web-based with the Angular framework. Yeah, I'm working as a front-end developer, and my daily business is to build up front ends. Yeah, with all steps. Yeah, from the beginning, yeah, with all the concepts, with the planning, and then of course the technical implementation of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another side of you that sometimes people that just watch you do the drum thing, with the drum streams, they might not know. So that's why I like to say sometimes you got to just go with the flow and just go with how the conversation is in chat. And sometimes people want certain songs and sometimes people want certain genres. Do you stick to a certain genre? Do you prefer a genre, or is it like, oh, you just played a Britney Spears song. Maybe your favorite genre is classic rock, or maybe it's just things that we might not have heard in German. So what is your favorite genre? What you prefer to play on stream?
There's a big difference for me into listening to music, and then of course, I guess that's what you more mean is what I do play. On my song list, there are so many different genres, and based on my listening, what I do more listen to, yeah, of course I would say more rock, metal genre, everything what is with guitar and electrical guitar, yeah. And the most of the time I would say every song and every genre is better with an electrical guitar. Yeah? But I'm now 37 years old, yeah. Of course, 20 years ago, I was this dumb kid and said, "Oh, metal here, metal, metal,
just metal,
just
that's
metal."
it.
Work,
You don't
yeah?
like metal, that's it.
Yeah, and 20 years ago,
Yeah.
if you would say, "Hey, Wampe, 20 years later, you will play "Crazy" by Britney Spears," I would love. Huh?
Right. Yeah, I was so
uh,
anti-pop music when I was a teen also. Yeah.
Yeah, and these days I'm more understand or can say a shout out to Britney Spears, or another example is the Backstreet Boys. Yeah, the best song of them in my list is "I Did It My Way." Yeah, this is such a great song, and it's so great to play. It's so much fun every time when someone requests it. I really love to play this. Yeah, but I'm totally happy. Yeah, now I'm older and wiser. Yeah, or is it the right word, wiser? Not anymore this dumb kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoy so many genres. For example, the Fleetwood Mac songs are so great on my list. I love to play them. They are
The
so
classics.
and emotional for me. Yeah. And so, of course, there are some German songs at the side, and every song, yeah, and every genre that is available on my list with these specific songs are songs where I would say, hey, I do like them, I do love them, and I do like or love playing them. Yeah? And yeah, today, music for me is like a buffet. So, of course, you could...
A little bit of everything, right? You just put it on a plate.
Yeah. Today, especially since the internet, not just since Spotify, also earlier with YouTube, you could explore so many new things, new music genres, of course, and to get in love with this music, yeah, to like and to met new artists, met new people, met new genre. And for example, the last few days, just I started to listen to EDM or more electronical stuff. And I would say that's the reason why my song list is like a mirror of my inner musical heart. Where I would say it's so cool to have this buffet. You can pick a song or genre from and enjoy the whole available genres on the list.
I feel that.
That's what I prefer these days. Of course, mainly as long as there are electrical guitars included, that's fine. Yeah, but sometimes I have to say, hey, shut up, just enjoy the song. Yeah?
Yes. I say that too. I say I'm a rocker at heart. So, if it has like, really hard rock, like solos and guitars and a lot of bass and good drum solos, like if it has a rock element, I fall in love with it easier. So I always say I'm a rocker at heart, but good music is good music. And I just enjoy anything that really sounds good to me, and it could be any genre, right? So I really feel what you're saying, because I feel the same about music too. And you do too. You like a lot of genres, but he is a rocker, drummer, progressive drummer. He says, in his own right, that's what he prefers.
Progressive rock metal.
Progressive rock metal. So as a drummer, like, a lot of people do ask when they come into the stream, well, what kind of drummer would you categorize yourself? And he says progressive rock drummer, right?
Yeah, progressive drummer. Yeah.
So what are your main influences as a drummer then, from when you started playing drums, which actually, when did you start playing drums, and what were your first influences as a drummer?
No, I don't want to answer this. When I started playing drums, it was in the last century. No, it was 1997. When I started playing drums with a schoolmate by my sister, who taught me in private. Yeah, so I never had a very professional education that way. Yeah, and he tried the best. Yeah, he tried the best. Yeah, but I was again the stupid kid who said, "I wanna just rock. I wanna rock." What? Paradiddles, rudiments. I don't care. I want to rock. Yeah. So for example,
the
first
hard.
song, the first song I've ever learned was "Nothing Else Matters," and so one of my first influence. It's not a pile of shame or it's not a guilty pleasure. The first influence for me was Lars Ulrich, because I really like the drumming, the music, of course, by Metallica. Before I learned Metallica or met Metallica musically first, before them I met Manowar first, and this was the start into rock and metal music. So I wanted to be this rock drummer, and the first 2 years, the mentioned schoolmate teach me that way, and from this time on, I was more self-educated. Yeah,
which is kind of the best, because you could create your own style, but it is good either way. If you have, I think you do start kind of getting elements of your teacher if you get, because I've been on both ends, the 90s, 97, oh, that was a good year for music. Everything was so good. That's why I think a lot of us are, in our age range, has such a vast love for music, because I think if we were like really young back then in the 90s, then we kind of been through all the evolution of, even country songs were good in the 90s, I'm not saying if anybody in there's, but there was everything that you can get, even, like the rap had really good, the pop, everything had its like little moments in the sun that were really, really shining, and it was good music. So 97, I remember, because that was when like Soundgarden had broken up and all this stuff had happened, and there was still grunge, but it was starting to be new metal, and then there was still punk, but then like Metallica was really big. I remember, because that's when I was like kind of into the whole drum stuff too, and Lars was a big inspiration to a lot of drummers in that time, and I loved Metallica back then. I remember Metallica was the first concert I went to see in Madison Square Garden, and I did go to the Lollapalooza, which they closed up And it was really great. I know a lot of drummers in the community have kind of a love-hate relationship with Metallica, because a lot of us grew up listening to Metallica, but then we kind of became almost drawn to other drummers when we started learning about more drums. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Oh my God, who did that?
Making money, Eric.
Thank you for the 100 biddies. So I know a lot of the drummers are like kind of conflicted with admitting, and I admit it. I mean, I thought Lars was badass and everything. I mean, he is in his own right? He's the drummer of Metallica. But I know I'm gonna ask you this question next. So, were you really inspired by Tool? Because Tool was very big in that time frame too. Because I was a big Tool fan. I'm still a big Tool fan. But Danny Carey was another one, that I really loved. I don't know, in the 90s they were really big, and they came back with a new album recently after like 16 years of us waiting. But he's another one that was really big in the 90s too. So what was another big inspiration in the early days of your drumming? So Lars.
At first, this was a good text of your on your side, because the most of people are doing jokes or bashing Lars, yeah. And for me today, to bash on Lars Ulrich is like bashing about Comic Sans, yeah. Also, this font has, yeah.
I enjoy Comic Sans.
I'm missing for words. Yeah, it's okay that it exists. It's totally fine, and it's also
character.
Lars. Yeah, no. The early days. The next influence, or I don't want to say idol, because also with Lars, but also with the next, it's Thomas Lang.
Thomas Lang is another one.
But I was more inspired by him, of course, also with the playing. But he was the reason why I was addicted to Sonar, for example. In the earlier days, he had an endorsement with Sonar and manual symbols in the combination, and the setup, how we build it up. I guess you will recognize it later when you can see the set again. How I build up my hardware. It's still this double tom stand in the front setup I have seen for the first time at Thomas. And in the earlier days of YouTube, I just watched the available videos of Thomas that were already available on YouTube, and watched them. And to be honest, I tried to understand what he is explaining, but the most of the time, okay, let's try. I don't get it. Doesn't matter. Let's do what I can, yeah. But this was the wrong way on my side. Yeah. I don't have really so many influence that way. Of course, I have drama I really appreciate and really like. Yeah, for example, Lars and Thomas Lang. One actual idol in that way, but especially in technical things, is Annika Nilles. I'm so excited about her food technique, yeah, and it's so impressive. And every time when I see a post on Instagram, that's amazing. And I'm so many miles away from these skills, yeah. I hope one day I will get it. So finger crossed.
Yeah, Anika is good. I've seen her try to build her heel-toe development technique when she's doing her doubles, and and you can tell, like, from when she first started till now, like, how much she developed, because she really, like, put in a lot of time into that. And she was offering, like, online lessons too, and I've seen, like, posts. I was gonna try to jump on them, but time was really was too short for me to jump on.
But Thomas Lang too, and
Thomas Lang, yeah.
Mangini, I would love to take lessons from Mangini. He's daddy. He's amazing.
Thomas Lang, I like Thomas, like what you said, his setup, like the way he built his drum set with his rack systems and stuff like that. And he's very intuitive. Like, he likes to have it condensed so there's not too much, but it also holds everything and very robust, which is really nice.
Yeah, the point is a a drummer like Thomas Lang or all other mentioned people, they could totally fine play on a kit with just a snare, with one tom, maybe a floor tom, one cymbal. That's all. These are the very well skilled persons who can rock your socks off with such a tiny set. And that this is the very impressive thing on the at the end. Of course, as you mentioned, the actual sets by Thomas Lang, they are very huge, yeah.
Yep.
But also he is able to combine or include everything into the music he's doing. So sometimes I'm asking myself, does it really make sense? Yeah. For example, when I decided to get a second floor tom, I had very long think about, does it make sense for me to have a second floor tom? Yes, I want it, but does it make sense? Yeah? Will I really use it in the right way? Or will it just be more money to pay in that way, and then one day it's be more like a table at the side of my bed, for example?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Like I have a large kit at home, and sometimes I like to break it all down and do like something really small, because I like to keep myself confined so I can explore just with those little, one tom, one floor tom, snare drum, instead of having like 3 toms and the octobans and all those other like percussive instruments. And it really opens up your mind rhythmically to play. And then when you add those other components, it really gives you more of a thought process on, okay, now I got to think of tone, like what sounds good with certain parts. So you're playing more melodically versus rhythmically with a larger set. So, but what is the set you're running now? What do you got going on over there?
Yeah, maybe I should switch to another scene where you can see more. Please ignore the text on the corner. It's okay, you don't really see more. It's an electronic set. I bought it in July, and it's by Drumtech. It's from the Diablo series, and I built it up in they usually have a specific combination they offer, and I collected all a single, sorry. And that was the point where I had to think about, do I really want, or do it really make sense to get a second floor tom? I'm happy today I can say, yeah, it made sense, and I'm happy that I'm getting more in using it and playing it. So I'm having at the moment I'm just having a simple set, with the kick, with 4 toms, and with the sorry, something happened in the background. I was confused. Where? Sorry.
Alpine. Alpine's in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4 toms, cymbals.
Yeah, it's a combination with the Drumtech shell set I'm using with my hardware of the acoustic set. Maybe you can see it a little bit here in the corner later. My acoustic set is in the corner, not set it up, but I'm using the hardware. And the cymbals are all from Roland at the moment. At the moment I'm planning to switch the 15-inch ride to change it with the digital ride and get this as a main crash. Yeah, I'm having the 13 ride S crash, and here the 12-inch S secondary crash. Maybe I will extend it with another crash or with another components. But it's just an idea at the moment. Yeah. I don't know how much to go into detail at the moment.
What bass drum pedals are you using?
I'm using the Pearl Redline Illuminator.
Nice. And what kind of acoustic kit do you have?
In Sonar Force 2005 series, and the cymbals are in more local known Pasha. They are Istanbul-like, not really like the original, but it wasn't not so expensive set I've bought. When was it? 2006, 2007, when I got earlier the set, and a rock edition, and when I was in a recording session with them, the engineer said, "Oh, they sound really cool, yeah, for rock cymbals." Yeah, so I thought, "Oh, cool, the right invest for the cymbals." That
It worked
way.
out.
So mainly, I'm at the moment playing on electric drums, not just because of the live streaming, of course. In the last two bands I started to practice or to play with an e-drum at a rehearsal, and in the one of the last bands I also had a gig with one of my previous Alesis kids, because one day I thought it would make more sense not just too much kick my ears in loudness or in extreme loud level. Yeah, in the earlier days when I was in a cover band, every one of us was so loud. Everyone was so loud, and since I've seen a video with a silent studio session that is really impressive, where the drummer and also the guitarist just used monitoring, electric kit, and of course electrical guitar can simulate it on, for example, guitar rig, and they are just listening on the monitoring, and I thought, why not do it that way? Yeah, for the rehearsals. Then, I can hear what you're playing. Never thought that they were playing that way. What's that note? Yeah. So that's a reason why I really love to have a kit and to play it on. And and this was one reason why I decided to spend more money into this new set. Yeah. To have a better quality, not just for my own playing. It was also a question about ergonomic for me, and the possibilities at the end. Yeah, and when did I play the last time on an acoustic set? I would say it's 3 years ago.
With your cover band?
Not with a band, when I played on an acoustic set. The last band was when I returned back here into my hometown in 2017, when earlier band members asked me, "Hey, you're back. Are you interested to doing some music?" We tried it. Yeah, it just was 3 months of trying that way. And there also I used my previous drum kit to practice in the rehearsal room.
Mm.
And the last time I played on an acoustic set was it was in April 2017 of a gig with a band I was in until 2017. We had a gig at in a town, and there are also videos available on my channel. And this was the last time I was playing on an acoustic set. Yes.
Wow. 2017.
Yeah.
Wow. And so the band you were in, was that it was a cover band or was it original?
It wasn't more a cover band. We had own songs, 2 or 3 own originals, yeah. But it was a cover band. The boss of the band is a huge Stones fan, so
Ooh, that's nice.
the concept was to take songs by the Stones or other. For example, we covered "Come Together" by the Beatles, but every cover with an own German text.
Oh, okay.
And we had at the end we had a very long practice period, and at the end 2 gigs, because I needed to move because of another job or a new job, so I moved from another area here in Germany to my hometown back, and so that was the reason why I left the band, not because they were bad or I don't want to again on stage with them, because this was a really cool band. I was the youngest person. I guess the average was at the end 59.
Whoa, it was like a dad band.
But so lovely, great people, and just to having fun at the end, not very technically overkill music, but it was amazing and a lot of fun to play with these people music. I really enjoyed the time.
Yeah, that sounds fun. So, any funny stories of live performances with them? Like those. I know you had 2 gigs with them. Anything that happened to you when you were live that you remember was memorable that you would want to share? Like either good or bad, doesn't matter.
I have a very special thing. In the earlier 2000s, it was 2001 and 2003, long time ago. I was a member of a church group, of a musical church group. And here in Germany, there usually all 2 years there's an event by the evangelic church, yeah, where there's like a festival and where many concerts, many events. I don't remember if it was the first time in 2001 in Frankfurt or the second time in 2003 in Berlin, where we had a gig or no, 2 gigs, yeah, on different days. That was a very interesting, on stage. Yeah, the first day we were in the church and we had a gospel concept that we played in this concert. Not this typical gospel, what is more in your given, but the first day we started playing. We did it. We played a song. Yeah, applause. Hey, woo, cool. Yeah, the next song. Hey, applause. Oh, amazing. Next song, and again and again. The next day, same place, same people of music. We started. We started playing the music. The first song. After the first song, silence.
Oh no.
No, but what song was it? Nobody cheered.
No, how Alpine said, it's the Kirchentag what I'm talking about. No, it's I don't know if the people know it, but it was another interesting point. Someone explained me after why, because I was wondered why. Yeah, so we did the next song, silence. We did the next song, silence.
Wow.
But at the end,
What a tough crowd.
standing ovation. Yeah,
Standing
and
ovation.
As I got explained later, these people, I don't know how or why. No one. Yeah, usually you know it. Yeah, like in TV shows, there's something stupid happened and single person.
Yeah. Or the
but
whole.
no one. Yeah, no one. I thought, are they sitting on the hands? What's wrong? Are we so bad? But as
the
someone
emotion.
explained me later, they have seen this concert like in worship.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And
Respect.
this was very impressive for me. It was confusing in the moment, but these different evenings or events, yeah. The first day, like a concert, cool, every song, yeah, you're cool. And the second day,
I wish I had a cricket.
You just gotta get I guess now that you when you go into those type of shows that you just do one song after the next until you hit the end, and then you wait for the
And they're like, woo, and then standing ovation,
Yeah.
he said. Okay, well then that makes me feel so much better, because at the end you did get a standing ovation.
So were you nervous? Like no one was clapping each song. You're like, are we doing something bad? Like what's going on here?
Yeah.
yeah, this was the question. Are we doing something wrong? Is it? Do I have something in my face? I don't know. Yeah. But in a retrospective, of course, I would say this was a really amazing happening for me. Yeah. That's amazing how different evenings with
Yeah.
a concert can be. Yeah. And unplanned and. I don't know if someone in the before we started said, "This is like worship. Be silent. Be silent. Whoever will clap will get hurted." I don't know.
Oh.
But it was an interesting behavior. Huh?
Yeah.
But you guys, trekked it through, and at the end you got rewarded for, just keep going, right? Sometimes that's life, actually. That's kind of the way life is, You're like, you don't know what's going to happen. You're like, wait, am I doing something wrong? And it's like, no. And then at the end, hurrah, it was because of reason. They were, you didn't know about that they were doing it. It was out of respect and and also they were probably focused on you guys even more because there was no interruptions, no, applause or anything. And in between songs, it was like, no, it just went right to the end, and then they went crazy. So that's a reward after being, I think I would be sweating there and be like, what am I doing? Oh my God, do we suck that much? So that's a cool story. I like that. I mean, it's different than what you expected while it was happening, but at the end it was a pleasant surprise, right? I can see that there are usually worships and prayers in between concerts at the, I'm going to say this wrong.
Kirchentag?
Kirchentag? All the time. Yeah, because it's like a form of worship and respect. And
with all the German friends and drummers we've had, we got to learn some German
yeah,
now.
we do.
We got to learn Deutsch.
yeah, my 7-year-old, he's learning German from like a YouTuber, and he comes up to me and he says something in German, and I'm like, what does that mean? And he'll tell me, and I'm like, my son is learning German and I don't know how to speak German yet, but it's nice. It's nice that, you see people from all around the world on Twitch and you follow them, and then you get a piece of their culture. Coming from New York City, we have everything here. For my birthday last year, we went to a German spot, a German restaurant for my birthday last year. And actually you're the fourth German drummer. We had a really beautiful German guy that played the gabal. It was like a beautiful instrument that is, he was a drummer first, young boy too, young guy. And I don't know what happened really to him.
Captain Melody,
yeah. And he was also, he would go into the mountains, he said, and they would have like, I don't know if it was religious, I'm not sure, but it was really beautiful. And he used to have the background. And he was another German drummer. So it's 4 drummers from Germany now. Yes. So that was really nice. He was really sweet too. You guys are all really super nice and super sweet. And you guys got to teach me some German though. Teach us something. What is something?
I only know like a handful. I know like Guten Tag. I
like know, you rock in Germany.
Prost.
Yeah, like the common words, right?
I know.
Chiopan, my beautiful friend. Chiopan, welcome in. And another beautiful friend, and she is from Japan. If you guys don't know Chiopan, oh, that's my girl right there. She's she's one of the best drummers on Twitch by far. And she's really something else. So if you guys are not following Chiopan, please give her a follow. She's an amazing person and drummer. So, are you gonna show us another song now? Which other song are you planning to play for us?
Yeah, the next song I planned for this evening would be a hard song for me. Yeah, I started with a crazy or like a doing party song, and the next song shall be a song from the heart. So there will be a different light, and this is a song. There are 2 songs on my song list, and this is one of them where I usually don't talk. Yeah. And just shut up because these songs shall stay for their own. Yeah. The problem is they are sad songs at the end. Yeah, technically, but I really like or love the song. So please enjoy the songs and let's go to Toto. I will remember.
All right, let's go. Wampe from Germany, drummer here on YenYorkCity Live. Let's go.
And I don't
thieves. In a land without love, only the fools believe. I went driving last night on a dark canyon road. Hit the sky to myself, but it wasn't alone. Had the pain of my lifetime for my company. How did it end up like this, you and me? When love breaks the promise the heart has to keep, it leaves only truth here to find. When the spirit is crushed and the heart is so deep between you and I. Even when love is gone and gone, and my heart and you alone, I will remember. There was a time we had a trust, and that always was enough. I will remember. I will remember you. As I open my eyes to one more day, the wind burns my face as it whispers your name. As it's pulling me forward, it tells me free. And the only thing left is the tears for you and me. Just when love breaks the promise the heart has to keep, it leaves only truth here to find. When the spirit is crushed and the hurt is so deep between you and I. Even when love is gone and gone,
Yay! That was beautiful. That's a beautiful tune. It's so heartwarming. You listen to it and you're just like, yeah, it's one of those. Thank you so much. That was a great one.
It's got some rhythm.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, this is what yeah. As I mentioned before, this is one of two songs where I usually shut up, and these are songs. Yeah, by the way, the other song is "High Hopes" by Pink Floyd, and I don't just want to have a party. Yeah, of course we want to have a good time and enjoy the life and everything else. And there's so many, of course, party songs or good vibe songs outside, but sometimes I just want to feel music also in a sad way, and not that I don't think that I want the whole evening just in a happy mood. Yeah.
yeah.
And sometimes I want to have a different into the music, and this is one of two songs. There's so many other songs. For example, Edge of 17 is an original by Stevie Nicks, is a song that is not this happy song in this way, but it does have that amazing groove, yeah, and so much to play. But at the end, it's not a happy song, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you want to bring it down to like with Luna when he plays his sets and he does the streams. Sometimes people want him to do them really hard, hard songs, and then I throw him in a nice soft one like that, and he's like, it gives you time to kind of it's almost,
relax your limbs a little bit.
yeah, and it's almost like you're in a meditative state when you play those kind of songs, with a rhythm, and you could just close your eyes and you're the song, you become the heart of the song.
Vampe's medical advice states, play relaxing songs.
Yes, you have to go into yourself and into the song and switch it up in the chat, also when you throw in your requests. It's good. I mean, unless you have a theme stream and it's like, let's just do some doom metal or some hard rock or something, but when everyone just spreads out the different kinds of genres and songs, you'll find songs you'll love too that might not be what you usually go for. And that's my favorite thing about being in a stream, is finding new songs or new bands. And I know in Germany there's a lot of great bands, just like in Sweden and Finland. A lot of bands that I've been starting to get into are really like European bands.
A lot of our German drummer guests that we've had were very big into like the punk scene.
Yeah.
Have you ever dove into that scene growing up as well, like playing music to punk music?
I know Alpine's really into that was a big thing when he was growing up too, the punk scene.
I would say I was, yeah, because punk had is having electrical guitar, so that's my my taste.
Yeah.
I guess one of the first songs I tried was Basket Case.
Green Day.
If I remember right, in Germany, here the Dookie, or how is it? The song was published not directly in 1994. I guess it was 1 or 2 years later, when it shipped across the sea to us. Yeah, and this was one song I tried, but I wasn't really able. Yeah, it was so. Oh, do you have the time? The beginning, yeah, and then. When it starts, okay, I started very fast playing it, and then got slower and slower, and no, I'm not prepared for punk. And especially Basket Case is a sign. The last 2 weeks, I've heard this song so many times in other streams, and every time it's like the Avril Lavigne effect. I name it from my side. Avril Lavigne and this Basket Case, the song, are two signs why I'm old. When I think about Basket Case was released in 1994. I was 10 years old. This song is now 28 years old. Yeah.
Alpine's like, don't say it.
It's
Stop it, you're making us all feel old.
It's 27 years old. Yeah. And I was so wondered. Was so the beginning of the year. Of course, I recognized Avril Lavigne. know the songs, and when I was in a younger age, oh, cool music in that way, and maybe is some kind of a love interest that way, yeah. And today, then wait, she's born in the same year as I'm born. She's in my age.
And he still looks like he
I
has a
thought-
baby face,
and
right? Billy?
I thought she is younger than me. Yeah. It's someday it's so confusing for me. I'm not that person that says, "Oh my God, I'm going to the 40, to the border of 40 years." That's not a problem for me. But in a relation with persons or especially music, sometimes the time runs.
Well, imagine being our
many
dads.
people- and many people see it with children or own children or for example, a brother of one of my best friends, the brother. The last time I've seen the brother, he was this tall, and on the wedding of the best friend, and I haven't really recognized him as his brother. It was so confusing. Yeah. So with music, specific persons in relation and childs. Yeah.
Oh, I can
Sometimes
relate.
I guess
I can
I would
relate.
say, it's very.
I can relate. I mean, I had my son younger when I was young, but I have a 16-year-old son, and I started playing drums and guitar when I was his age. Yeah, around that age, that was when I had my first band. He's into a lot of different music. He's into rock. He's into rap. I don't understand the rap nowadays. I'm not really that into it, but it's very, very like the genre that's on top, which is a little bit of an annoyance to me. Because when in the 90s and in the 2000s, it was fun. There was still some good. I mean, I try to listen to every genre. I give it a chance. And he's like, "Mommy, look, like listen to this song," and he's like, he thinks it's deep.
Rap and hip hop back then had more meaning than anything now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the only one I can really like listen to now is that one rapper that kind of like has that Eminem type of vibe to him.
I know which one you're talking
yeah.
about, and it's like a statement, right? His songs have a statement.
Yeah, about like the industry, about like living a certain life, like
Yeah.
songs like that are actually more meaningful than hearing music that's all about like girls and money,
And drugs, a lot of drugs,
yeah,
a lot of
drugs.
drugs in there. Which,
gang,
which is why they don't last that long. So already, my son has more than like 3 rappers that he liked that were 21, and in his song,
his name is,
and he said, "I'm not gonna live till 21," and then he ended up dying before he was 21. So it was like an irony to the song and words, that matter and what you listen to. But we're around the same. I mean, yeah, it feels that way. And also when you look back and you're like, yeah, I was in grade school, I was in junior high school when this came out, and then you're like, whoa, like, yeah, like that's 25-year anniversary. Ooh,
like, I watch my favorite drummer now with his kids, right? And I've seen like his kids as babies when I first found my favorite drummer, right? So now I see their kids grown, and his son is like in a major band now, touring and stuff. And I'm like, damn, man, time flew.
Oh yeah. How old is Danny Carey now? I know is he in his 50s now? Oh, Danny Carey. Let's see, how old is he now? He's 60, guys.
Jeez.
60. He's still rocking. He's still touring. Okay, so don't feel bad. Don't feel old. We could still rock out. I mean, look, we still have how many more years until we're
Until
a
we're
long
there.
time. We still have like another lifetime. Okay.
And we'll still be rocking.
Yeah, and we'll still look good. You just got to take care of yourself. And aging is a privilege that a lot of rockers don't have because they're doing the wrong things and they end very abruptly. You know what I mean? So it's not all bad. But yeah, I totally feel you. But you decided to go on Twitch and start performing live and be in the center of it all. And how do you feel? I mean, what are your goals as a Twitch streamer and drummer? Do you have anything that you want to achieve? Like, I know we're at the end of 2021, which is nuts to say. What are your goals, and do you have incentives of in your streams that you would want to talk about?
Yeah, regarding the part with what I wanted to talking about is, I guess, the same as now in this podcast with you both, yeah, and me, to talk about everything we want, yeah, and these days more to show up problems in the world or problems in the society, in my own bubble or in the country, in other countries. Mainly, I never started streaming or doing music. Yeah, yeah. I mentioned earlier there was a time on Twitch where I did games. Yeah, but today I'm just doing music on air. But it's with the music the same for me, like with playing a game. Yeah, or with the development streams. The earlier days in my streaming career, I just started to having fun, to get the possibility to play music. That I'm doing more music alone, yeah, with all the play alongs and live. It's not that I say I don't want to be in a band. Yeah, I guess. When there's a possibility again, why not to join a band again? Yeah, but I have also to be honest that to do the music this way here in the live stream and with the play-alongs and anything else, of course, is a way where I can say this is music and the style and the how to do how I want. Yeah. I'm the boss here. I'm the director. Yeah, of course, this is one point at the end. Yeah, but at the moment, it's just for me a possibility to do music. Of course, I could do it offline, but the same with gaming. Earlier, I thought maybe there are people outside who are enjoying what I'm doing, yeah, having a good time, enjoying the music, and at the moment that's what I live on Twitch and really enjoy. Every time there's so many people in my chat, yeah, many means not just two people, yeah. I'm very tiny stream, and that's totally fine for me so far, but there are some people who are enjoying the music, enjoying, of course, my person also. But my personal main goal is to provide a good time with music to the people. And there are some people outside who are really enjoying the streams and the idea and the concept of my channel. So that's the concept at the end, yeah, and don't really follow a specific target at the moment, yeah. I just started being an affiliate in August, for example, yeah. I was many time before, like Simon, yeah, he last week spoke about, yeah, the situation why he is not an affiliate. In my case, it didn't wear the same points, yeah, on the list, but doesn't matter, yeah. So I'm totally new into this affiliate thing, yeah, and it's for me just more. Maybe I can get some bucks by the streaming because I have the big privilege to have a full-time job. So this is not a thing I have to do to keep alive, just to have fun and a good time. That's a big privilege at the end that I have, and I really know about it.
Yeah, and you're having fun and it's enjoyable. And also last year when we were in lockdown, I don't know if in Germany it was so severe like here. I know Australia just was in a major lockdown, right? But it goes in kind of waves in certain parts of the world. Like Italy was really hit first, and then, you know, everyone started kind of going through it. So last year in 2020, did you start streaming more drums? Because you said you used to do gaming in another platform and also tech streams. So do you have those also? Do you incorporate any of those type of days where you're just like, I'm gonna just stream games, or is it just strictly drums now?
At the moment, just strictly drums, and of course, it's in general it would be possible to, for example, another day where I don't play on the schedule, I could do something different. And technically, when I built up the set, it was not music. It was just chatting when I built up the set. So I asked, hey, are you interested to see when I start building up the set? Yeah. But I don't follow a road to do games that way. At the moment, there's one game where I'm really. It would be so great to that I could play it independent of streaming, just for myself. But the problem is, my PC is too old for it, and it's Back for Blood. As an old Left 4 Dead fanboy, it would be so amazing to play this game again. Side note is, I'm more a casual gamer. But this is now again a game where I could stay hours of hours, so many times, so many hours on my PC and just playing this game. But my current PC setup prevents me to enjoying the game. That's the problem. And of course, the availability of all the parts for a new PC upgrade.
Yeah, it's tough to grab all the back orders and whatnot. Like I have to upgrade my my GPU, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this anytime soon because none of this is in stock anymore.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Yeah, I would upgrade. This is not a problem, but for me, in 3060, for example, would be totally enough. But it's not really available, or you have to sell organs to pay it. Yeah, and that's not really okay for me at the moment. So I will wait, and maybe one day it's possible. But for example, the last game I really was big into it was Euro Truck Simulator.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
This was a really great. This game was in a time that helped me so much in a very dark period, and this combination of simple driving, because I love driving. I love driving my car. I love to enjoy being on the highway as long there is no
Traffic.
traffic problems. Yeah.
You have a
not
lot
to
of traffic
drive
here.
fast. Yeah. In the motorcycle motive, I would be the Harley Davidson driver because I just want to have a relaxed driving. I don't have to.
They'll give you a ticket. Don't go speeding now.
I'm watching you.
Yeah, I don't need speed. I don't need a big.
I'll be
Suzuki,
there though
for
if anything
example,
happens.
to go 300 kilometers on the highway. No, I would be more the shopper guy who's relaxed driving on the road, and it's the same with my car. And I really enjoyed the game. Many hours in the night in game. Yeah, listen to a podcast, listen music, and then just driving. Yeah, I'm having a wheel for the game, and oh my god, I would say so much coffee was
Was
killed
consumed.
from my side in these nights.
So much coffee. I know. I'm running out of my coffee. I think I need a refill of my coffee too. You guys could get this mug in
YenYorkCity
Yeah.
store.
So I'm not so big into gaming at the moment or the last time, but I totally understand and do understand why so many people are into gaming. In the earlier days, my sister and we played together Resident Evil on the PS1. Resident Evil is a game I can't play it by my own. I tried it once with the second game. 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I couldn't go further because my heart was
Started getting
but
jittery and
I can't do this anymore.
big into just watching to it. Yeah, it was so amazing to see my sister playing the game. Yeah, it's like watching a horror movie. Yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem.
A horror
Sometimes you're
movie?
having a jump scare. That's totally fine. Sometimes I can laugh because my sister was shocked in some parts in the game. But to play it by myself, it's no, my heart.
yeah.
So what are your games of choice now? Because we've been really getting into New World, and we've been streaming it on his channel. He does stream also games, Luna.
When I feel like I need to take a extended period of drum breaks, then I'll throw in some gaming, only because you know, I don't really have a lot to worry about for setup and stuff. I just can sit down and start streaming. Whereas the drumming, you know, I'm having some issues with my lighting currently, so I tend to get like my feeling starts to not really be there because it's not working, you know, the way I want it to work.
He's all about his lights. He gets all boo-hoo if the lights don't work properly. And I'm like, they're people are here to listen to the music, and you're an amazing drummer.
It's
Don't
the
work.
visuals. It's
But
the visuals.
he's very I mean, obviously he's into visuals, but like, you have to get into your whole zone when you're drumming, and if the lights are not working, don't let it get you down. Cause look, Wampe, he didn't have all these lights before, and he was drumming. Another great example, Ray Musica, very simple setup in the very beginning, and
I'm
I
only
had,
here for the lights.
you know,
See, he knows.
hey Nephew, what's up? And let me tell you, Ray Musica, he didn't have no lights or anything, and he's a jazz drummer, and he's an amazing drummer. He was on the podcast, by the way, and he just killed it. Like, people loved being there because it's him, it's the personality, it's the style of the drummer. The lights are nice, it's nice, but don't concentrate and focus so much. Focus more on the sound, and just be personable. You know, talk to your audience in chat, listen to what they want, and be interactive, and then everything else kind of is just like sprinkles on top of the ice cream sundae, you know, like the lights and everything, the alerts. Because I know a lot of drummers that have been on the podcast that they always say, well, I'm not so flashy, I'm not, and it's like, no, it's more about getting to know you and you as a drummer, your style and your presence, and then everything else kind of just takes care of itself. You know, your community brings in either whether donations, goals. That's why I was asking you if you have goals that you want to achieve by the end of the year that maybe we want to talk about, so you can you know, get your community up to what you really want out of your streams, because in return you're entertaining them, and they, you know, it all comes from somewhere, whether it's you or your community, to make every stream better with time. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I look at my streams more of a like a live show, you know, like I'm on stage, you know, and when you're playing a show on stage, there's like the lighting and, you know, the production of it all. Like that's kind of like where I'm trying to achieve. So that's why I get really like bleh when things don't work. I'm like, I want this to work. So yeah, that's why I tend to like gravitate on the gaming streams, because then I don't have to really worry too much about like all the extra stuff. I just play games, we hang out, we chat, we talk, get to know each other some more. Where I'm playing music, I don't really talk as much, I just play more music. So that's the way I go.
It's your style too. It's definitely his style too. MJC drums also
Yeah,
is
he has the lighting.
very visual. So I can imagine if his smoke machine starts going off and going crazy.
Even Mr. Greggles has
Mr.
a nice
Greg-
visual
oh.
setup.
Yeah, we had him early on this year, and that's just another level of camera work, but he stresses about it. He really does. You
I
know?
feel him.
When things don't work, the more you add, the more stress could go wrong, more stuff. So, you know, sometimes less is more, but as long as the sound and the quality of...
What do you think, Doc? What do we think we gotta do?
Yeah, Doc, you decide.
Yeah, I would say, in general, I feel you, Luna. I feel you. In general, the human, we need something we can care about. And with the audio, that's the most important point, as you mentioned, Yen. It's totally fun. That's amazing. The best sound you can get on Earth. So now, light. Could be better.
No, there was light.
It would
Yeah,
be,
lighting
be
is
definitely
important.
better if they would blink or not. Yeah, if they would flash you. Yeah, would burn into your eyes through the monitor. Yeah, and but this is my personal level where I would say also, hey, after the audio, I would like to have a good picture. Just good quality in picture, not special delight. Good quality in picture. In my case, of course, I have a multi-angle setup, and for the most of the viewers, it would be totally fine to just have one angle. Like you can see me now. I have a special moderation scene just for this, just to moderate. And during the song, there's an variation. This was something what I wanted. I want this angle change because I see a difference into the music of someone who's doing guitar, who's maybe looping or just playing guitar or keys and singing and else, where the way of entertaining is different for me. As a drummer, I just can play with my sticks. I just can hit something here. And so maybe it could be very get boring with the time, yeah? And so that was the reason why I decided to invest into this multi-camera setup. It's not really necessary, and don't. But the lightning setup was also on my side. One point where I said that's what I personally want. I guess the most of people would be totally happy just to have a single white light.
Yeah,
For
that's
example,
true. I get that.
and not this typical I have a color here and a color here on the wall, or this this on the wall, for example. Of course, this is a question of a look at the end. Okay?
It's a
But
form of
what
personality.
I also try to prevent is that, regarding a specific scene with the cam, that you can see this corner where is a lot of stuff that is really
Unmentionable.
you don't
that
want to
way.
see it in its cam, yeah. So I had a camera here in the back before I got this set, and it had a view in. If I would still have it, you would now see my monitor, and that's not the problem. But behind this, there's my bed, the couch, and the most of the time it's not very clean. So the advantage for this combination of a very low posture in the cams that I have to fix with the lightning, of course, to get this image you can see now.
Makes it more like a studio setup.
Yeah, it does.
Is mainly
cameras.
to get all around hided in a stream.
So show us all the different angles right now. You have, what is it, 4 or 3 different angles that you have? What are the cameras are you using in each angle?
At the moment, I'm having 4 action cams and as the moderation cam and camcorder, and one is on the left. I can show you all. Give me a second. Just as device, I have 5 cams.
wow.
But I
Okay,
have
more than I
more
even
scenes
thought.
because I'm using a trick. I can show you directly with this scene here. Here's the left cam,
That's a nice angle.
where I
there.
also have a zoom
yeah, I
cam.
like that one.
I get this by just streaming 720p. The action cam, of course, are having full HD, and OBS. Earlier I had XSplit, and there was it really tricky to get the viewport or objects outside of the viewports. But now in OBS, I'm able to place and scale it to the 100% view and fake this zoom. So this is not a different camera. This is just a zoom.
Oh, okay. That's really cool. That's a
so-
good idea. It works.
So here I'm just using the zoom. This is the front, and all cameras I now show you are the angles you see during a song. Yeah, I'm having an own implemented program that reads the song requests, that loads on click the media files I'm using, and then trigger over the WebSocket the angle change. So it's not a fix playing of the change. It's randomly. It's quite simple, but I wanted to have not every time the first switch to the front and then to the left and then what would be possible with the advanced scene switcher. I wanted it randomly, so it's really simple implemented. Yeah.
Okay.
But my tool that I use and that handles this angle change. Yeah, and here also the zoom. Here This was earlier the back I mentioned here behind me. Since some weeks and streams, I'm using this angle from this point. It's just a visual thing. Doesn't really make sense. I'm really hiding behind the kit, but at the
It
moment
doesn't
it's so
make sense.
cool.
No, it shows. It shows your beautiful your snares and your other angles of your drums. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's a cool side effect. But I guess the most of the people are here for the music and maybe for me, but not really for the set. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would say
Unless
this,
you're like
this
us.
is this is a personal scene for me. Yeah, I want to show. Hey, look. This is a perspective. Yeah?
Yeah.
It could be also with every other angle from the back. Or what
You're
I'm planning
painting.
to use is the typical top cam, but it's just bland at the moment. Yeah. This is a multicam scene. I had much more scenes earlier with the same, with another combination of multicams or with a zoom, but one day I changed it to limit it to that. It's enough to have 4 angles or maybe 5 or 6 with the zoom, also with the fake zoom, and that's totally enough at the moment for me to have this.
5 different
For the
angles,
next
yeah.
cams, I would need to buy the next Camlink Pro card. So
The quality is nice too, very sharp. What cameras are those?
just Guitar Hero, of course. Now GoPro Hero 4
Oh
cams.
wow,
Very
that's
old
what.
cams.
Oh, wow.
That are
That's what I'm
captured
using.
by HDMI, and with the last firmware update, they got this the setting where you can get this typical fisheye effect off the camera. So you could get a common, is it Noro? Sorry.
It's like an ultra wide without the warping.
Without the fisheye effect, yeah. So with the it's from 2018, if I remember right, yeah. But now, but at the moment with this, I just got them by in private, yeah, and didn't buy them officially, yeah. I don't think that they are still available, yeah. And the newest versions of the action cams are too expensive in my mind, just for this case. So I tried it. I got a first action cam and tried it with the Camlink at first. It worked fine, and I thought, okay, which are not still available? Oh, just 70 or 80 bucks. Buy it. Yeah, I have it, and it was so heavy, yeah. I planned first to do the Craggles thing, not with the bullet time, but to get a multicam setup based on Logitech webcams, and I was planning to buy them, yeah. And in this week, I wanted to buy them. Elgato announced the Camlink Pro. It was like an omen for me. Okay, that's an omen. I will do it totally full with HDMI.
Might as
Spend
well.
more money at the end, of course, but it's worth.
Yeah, it'll give you the sharper quality that you're looking for, and you have more depth and more range to work with for your coloring. Your if you plug in like a DSLR, you have that option as well. So you have your zooms, and I feel like I use the Hero 4 for my front camera.
I just got a new GoPro too. I need to incorporate that in, like, because I got it for IRLs and Alpine. You know how IRLs are, and it was the 9.
Yeah, we're still working on like the setup for that. We got to get a new modem and so that we have access to like the coding inside the modem, so we can make that work to connect with the GoPro. So
GoPros are great though. I noticed a lot of people do use them on streams too.
Yeah, mirrorless cam is so much expensive for me at the moment. I thought about to get one as a main cam, to replace the camcorder at the moment. Technically, at the moment, I have the problem that this camcorder is the European version with just 50 hertz. Yeah, but the most of the time, it's totally fine enough. Yeah, and I'm really happy at the moment with the action cam setup. Because of the price, of course, and that the older versions with the, as I know, you can use from the Hero 3 on with the capture functionality on HDMI in combination with a capture card really well, and so you don't have to get, for example, 4 Sony Alphas or Sony Alphas or another mirrorless cam or DLSR. It's not really necessary, and I thought about, and so my point was, as long I don't want or need the depth thing, I don't need a mirrorless camera with a lens with a very low aperture. So I love the cams.
Sounds awesome. So we're gonna take a quick break, maybe like 2 minutes or so, and then if you want to set up for your next song, and then we'll come back and you rock out your next song.
Yep. And
That's
we'll be
fine.
back in 2 or 3 minutes. All right, stay tuned, guys. We have Wampe here from Germany here on YenYorkCity Live. See you in a few. All right, relief. I know.
Release. So we're back,
We are
and
back.
We are ready to get Wampe up and running here and rock out for our next song.
So I want you guys to get hype. If you're from his community, go give us some Wampe hype in chat, or if you have any of our emotes. You know, we always make emotes for everyone that's on the podcast, all the guests. So put on those emotes, hype him up. He has another awesome song. I think it's a German song, right? I think he said it was a German song, but if not, it's gonna be.
Wampe, what is it? What do we got going on next?
Next on the plan is Dance of Vampires. The German
Oh,
version of this.
nice.
Dance
Of the
with
musical.
vampires. All right, let's
It's
go.
in the German version. Maybe some of you know the
Suki!
original by Fire Inc. And tonight is what it means to be young. As I know, this line is also available in the American version of Dance of Vampires. But it's
Alright.
music.
All right,
do
let's
it.
go with Wampe here on YenYorkCity live from New York. Let's do it.
Wir sind entkommen, mein Verstand hat triumphiert und die Menschheit vom Verderben bewahrt. Die Königsberger werden gelb sein von Neid, wenn man mir den Nobelpreis verleiht. Durch meine Forschung habe ich den Beweis erbracht, es gibt Leben, Tote jedenfalls. Sie verlassen die Särge bei Nacht und saugen Leben denen das Blut aus dem Hals. Zum Glück kann unsere Vernunft sie überwinden. Wir sind sicher dank Geist und Wissenschaft. Unsere Ziele sind klar, unsere Methoden bewährt. Wir sind praktisch und aufgeklärt. Der Fortschritt ist unaufhaltsam. Die Welt ist nicht mehr was sie war.
Was du kriegst, denn sonst wird's dir genommen. Sei ein Schwein oder man macht dich zur Sau. Mach dir Geld und kauf dir die Welt. Nur nicht simpel, nicht die Sitten sind rau. Zeig deine Faust, denn sonst wirst
Nothing's
Nice.
gonna stop us, baby. Wampe, guys. Give it up for Wampe. Wampe. I love your voice, Wampe. You gotta tell me something in German that's like a fierce, like a strong, powerful way of saying like you rock in German. Like how how we say like that's awesome. Like what's the lingo over there? Every I notice every country has like a word, right? Like our British friends always tell us like those words and different phrases. What's a phrase that means like you rock in German?
At
You're
the end, the
awesome.
same. But in German, yeah. Germany is the master of getting other language and use words from that, like du rockst. Ja?
Stark.
Oder,
Stark.
I would say, da fliegt mir doch der Blech weg. Oder, ja, da ist mir der Schlüpper weggeflogen. So, my panties flew away.
Whoa, okay. Throwing panties, okay. That's there's a emote that Alpine always used, and I'm like, is that panties? Like he's
That
like,
one right there.
Yes. Where is that? Where did you get that? That's crazy. There's one that I think isn't a panty, but it looks like it's this one. Like.
Oh, it's
Yeah, that's the emote, the official Twitch emote. Where the first time when I've seen it, I said, "This is a panty." Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
llama.
Llama.
Yeah, it's actually that is a panty emote, and the emote description is in Japanese. Pantsu is as panties for in Japanese.
Oh wow. Okay.
I only know this because of the anime.
Yeah.
It was Chobits.
Wow. Okay. So then that's fun. It's pretty much the same then. I Stark. I guess that's the only thing I got from you guys.
Well, do you don't use like hard R's in German, right? You don't go R like you roll. Do you roll the R's?
Not really. We are not all Tim Lindemann by Rammstein. So, yeah, it's more like using or rolling the R, but I guess it's for me not so obvious if I listen to it. Yeah, I'm just talking. Maybe there is a part where I do more focus on the R, of course. Okay? When I say Rammstein, of course, Ram. Yeah.
You can do that.
Oder the word you also know, der Kindergarten. Ja? Kinder, of course. Yeah?
It's like
Oder,
more in the back of the throat.
sometimes I don't say the R, I just say Kinder. Kinder. Ja?
Kinder.
Kinder.
It's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut, Kinder. But it's more, how does it say, more a dialect thing. Yeah, to speak not really white German. Yeah.
Alpine wants us to say a German word. Horchen.
Eichhörnchen.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
Eichhörnchen.
Hornchen.
Chin. I butchered it.
I'm pretty sure that's good.
I butchered it. Yeah.
It's a squirrel.
It's a squirrel.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, there's a lot of squirrels here. Central Park, they're like hand-fed squirrels. Basically, you could just give them anything, and they're the friendliest squirrels in the world. New York City squirrels. Have you ever been to New York City? Or you ever plan to or want to come to New York City ever?
In general, it would be nice to have a trip to the States. And I guess I have more fear regarding the flight, not because I have fear of flight, more to stay 8 hours into a plane.
It's a lot.
I guess I would need the BA thing, like an A-team. Please take something to knock me out and then put me on the seat, and then when we arrive, then wake me up. That's fine for me. But it's not. I'm not so big in traveling to visit other countries or to move. For example, a very popular is it target the right word? To travel to a country is here in Germany to Japan. To Japan? Nee, what the to Japan. Japan. Man. Hello, I'm German.
Yeah,
so
it
you
almost sounded like you
understand.
said Japan. But I guess that would be with the accent, right? The Japan. It's nice. It sounds nice. You have a radio voice, okay? I like your voice. I think it's great on stream when you say, and the next song. I want you to actually say a phrase for me, and I want to record it and probably use it. I want you to say, "This is Wampe, and I am in YenYorkCity Live's podcast."
Yeah.
I want you to say.
Previously on YenYorkCity's podcast with drums with Simon, an amazing German drummer. Yeah, it's in the name, from Germany. In German I would say, das letzte Mal bei YenYorkCity, da gab's den Simon, das war ganz schön, schaut mal rein, es gibt das VOD. Ja,
Wait, why would it be?
Why would it be lower?
more?
It's like in English, it's like
Why would it be more high pitched in German?
and like more aggressive.
at the end it's just technique, yeah, compressor, equalizer, and all the stuff, yeah. Of course, I get so many positive feedback regarding my voice. Sometimes, yeah, I guess everyone of knows this thing. When you hear yourself, and I'm doing it all the time because of monitoring, I wanna jump crying out of the window. Yeah, but it would be. This is better that I have to hear myself and anyone else is enjoying the voice instead of everyone says because of your voice I have to mute the stream, and in a music stream it wouldn't be good that way to mute the stream. So okay, so I'm happy about. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate the sound of my voice. Yen says she likes to hear me read because I have like a narration voice, but I don't hear it. I'm just
I think we all have that kind of thing where we can't stand our own voice sometimes. Maybe it's just us, and then when we hear other people, because for me, I have many different voices. As a teacher, you have to teach and you have to speak to your class. So I can do very soft spoken meditation. In classes, in yoga class, you have to be very soft spoken and make sure you're in yourself and in your breath, and that's another voice. And then there's like, hey guys, it's YenYorkCity, let's go. Then there's that, and then there's the tough one that you have to be a tough New Yorker to survive in the streets and be there, and you got to have your Kanye face and you can't look at anybody directly in the subways, and so there's different ways, and it depends on the situation. And then you're professional also, and you go to interviews and hello, how are you? And there's that voice. So I think we all have. That's why his voice when he's on stream, he's like, "This is Wampe," and then he's very metal, right? But then
metal
because he's an original metalhead. I mean, we already know his love for Metallica back in the days. So let's talk about that. What's your favorite metal band now in the present moment? Which are the ones that you are fancying now?
I wasn't prepared about that. Yeah, especially what metal means. I don't listen too much to metal at the moment, to be honest. That's the point. One of the last days or the last time I listened to metal was let me say it with an album. The last album I listened to was the last album by Aaron Anthony Lucassen. And I don't know why, but again, I changed the way how I listen to music. At the moment, I do listen to whole album. No, wait, one of the last albums was the new Maiden album. And directly the full album. Because to be honest, of course, because in my case, Spotify, I'm usually having a huge playlist just using shuffle and go for it. Yeah, I want to hear what you're playing for me, and that's fine. Yeah, of course, I guess most of the bands you know, yeah, we already talked about Metallica, yeah, sometimes Manowar. Today's also, sorry, progressive things, for example. But I'm not so deep into Tool, for example. I'm sorry, Jan.
I know
I-
it's okay because I've had drummers that like they can't stand them, and then there's drummers that really love them. So I don't ever get offended if anyone doesn't like my favorite bands or vice versa, because that's the whole fun about us all being different, because we can learn from each other and also find other musicians that are not like, because I get very, very tired of going into streams and just having the same like System of a Down song, the same Foo Fighters song being played. It's like I love them. Those are my guys. But I feel like I like to go into it with a refreshing song that I've never heard of. That I'm like, ooh, I'm captured by it. What is that? I want to put it on my Spotify list.
Like we came across Puya, right, with that one blend, like metal Spanish like music.
It was jazz, metal, and flamenco, right? That was Metal Fire.
That was flamenco.
Flamenco, another amazing song
So like
band.
stuff like that, like random music that we don't normally hear on radio or anything like that. Like we love to explore in those avenues and try to hear some new stuff from new bands, you know.
Like Wheel. I love that. I gave that song to Alpine the other day, and to you. Wheel, the song Wheel. I discovered that song for the first time I've ever heard it. It was in Max A Drum Stream, which he's doing a crazy marathon, by the way. And I've learned a lot in his stream, a lot of European bands that are really hot right now that I never would have heard if I didn't go into a stream like that with other musicians that are into different genres and different bands that are not from, the USA or anything, just out there. So I love that, and it's fine. It's fine. I don't feel
It's
bad
totally
about
fine. And that's,
But
and
yeah.
that's what I have every time when I join Drum Whisperers stream. Usually, when I find the time, usually the viewers of Drum Whisperer request so many, for me personally, unknown songs or unknown artists. I added a song to my playlist I met for the first time in his stream, for example. And that's the cool thing in general with the music section on Twitch. So it's possible to get so much music and genre and styles and artists and songs. Yeah, that's a cool thing on Twitch that way. Yeah? But back to the first question. At the moment, I still have, because I don't have every week a new featured or favorite artist, definitely one of the all-time favorites on my list are mainly Nightwish. Of course, also Maiden. When I would look into my country, Blind Guardian, Avantasia, and
I haven't heard them in a while.
And one of the last, it was so surprised this year when the third album by Liquid Tension Experiment was released. I haven't got something news about from now to tomorrow. What? LT is releasing a new album 20 years after the last this was this year a musically moment, a magic moment for me. And when I listened to the first song they announced on YouTube, it was so wow, they are back. And it's so unusually these days to see Portnoy with Petrucci and Rudis in a picture. It's so great,
Reunion. They reunited.
They are reunited at the end.
Feels so good.
Maybe Labrie could join Liquid Tension Experiment just to do a tambourine.
Yeah.
That would be enough. Now, there are some more German bands where I would say that are. For example, one band, it's like a guilty pleasure at the end. Running Wild is the name of the band. They are really known for the pirate metal setting. Yeah,
That's cool.
I heard. I don't know if it's true, but I heard they would be the source or the root of pirate metal, for example.
What?
But
There's
maybe
a
this isn't
genre now called
not
pirate
really
metal?
true. Yeah, but I really like this. This it's like German stoner rock. Good, very good beats and a lot of amazing guitar solos. Yeah, that's the point why I love this music by Running Wild, for example, because of the guitar solos. And sometimes they're having songs with 13 minutes, 9 minutes, with a typical song progression with a start, long intro, then the verse, then the refrain, verse, refrain, a long solo part, and then, of course, nearly the end of the song. Yeah, and I love this music. Yeah, and that's all the bands that are spontaneously in my mind. I guess there are so many more. For example, I could say there are also some Simon mentioned last week. Yeah, so I would just repeat some of them. Yeah, and it's sometimes really hard. It's like be funny, yeah, and then you really have to think about what is so the musical influence, or what music are you really listening or listening a lot to, yeah, because today the most of the time I'm just having in the car or when I'm on work, just having the shuffle mode. So when I'm not listening to a whole album again, then usually I'm just a shuffle zombie.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never heard of like a lot of pirate metal. Like I know like Nightwish has some of the vibe on that. Like some of their songs kind of have that kind of like shanty almost vibe, which is pretty cool.
I thought that was more like Irish or what? Not Celtic, right now.
Not Celtic.
Celtic, no.
No, Celtic music is a little different.
Yeah.
I learned. I met Nightwish as melodic, melodic
Like symphonic.
post-trill metal.
Yeah, I know you like Nightwish too.
Yeah, I used to listen to them a lot growing up. Them and I used to listen to Blind Guardian, and Iced Earth.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, they were. I forgot.
I also for reasons. But beside, I have a song, especially one song I'm listening already for over a year. Beside Nightwish, maybe you're known with the reaction scene on YouTube. And 2 years ago, Nightwish with Ghost Love Score was the song that everyone did to react to. Yeah? And last year it was Eskimo Callboy with Hyper Hyper. And it's still, every time when my playlist is playing this song, it's so in the car, dub, 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 and just to freak out. It's so amazing. This is a masterpiece with the audio and video, of course. And it's still, after 12 months since the release, still a song that I can listen to every time again. But I'm not really into the band or the rest of the band. That's a pity, to be honest, because the rest of music is not my style. It's more, I guess in the earlier days it would named emo-core. Maybe it doesn't really fit anymore. Yeah.
No.
But this is a masterpiece. Yeah. For example, and this is a song if you've never heard about.
And Storytime was
Please
good too.
watch the video. It's amazing.
Storytime from Nightwish is good. It has like a theatric kind of like structure.
Storytime, if I is the live album from Wacken.
Yeah.
Or do you mean the song?
Even the song itself.
Sorry, yeah. Usually when I hear Storytime, I directly thinking on the
A
album.
live show, yeah.
The live album, the Storytime, yeah, the first album where Flo Jansen recorded with Nightwish, is an album that I usually one time a year listen from the beginning to the end. Usually in the car when I have a longer trip, and this is an album I highly recommend just play the first song and let the magic begin until the end. This was a really great concert on Wacken by Nightwish.
Yeah, they put on some good shows.
Definitely.
Have you been to any of the Wacken festivals?
2008, the first and the last time.
Who'd you go see?
The reason why I was at Wacken war Avantasia. At the moment, this was a big announcement. Hey, Avantasia, the first and ever concert on Wacken. Yeah, I was so angry about Tobias Summit after he announced, "Oh yeah, we're going on tour here in Germany." Ha ha ha. No, that was cool, but for a second I thought,
No.
yeah. So, no, it was a cool year. I also have seen Nightwish. Maiden was there. To be honest, most of the bands I don't really remember. There also was not mentionable. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Because I was most of the time at backstage because I was like an hobby journalist on Wacken the year. So
nice.
I was
Oh,
more the
that's
backstage for
nice.
interviews or other stuff. Not have seen so many bands in the front of the stage. Yeah.
So you say you were a journalist?
No.
Oh, you were backstage for what again?
Oh, sorry. Misunderstanding on my side. No, it was a hobby rap scene. I joined one day, and we got the possibility to visit Wacken. Yeah, with
Oh.
a
Somebody
press
get me a
ticket,
doctor. Scurfield, welcome in.
What up, Matt?
Matt Scurfield is in the house. What's up, honey?
Get a shout out for Matt Scurfield.
Big shout out to Matt Scurfield. And hello, Debbie, our queen. I hope she's there with you. If not, then give her our love. You guys are awesome. Yeah, he's an amazing drummer also here on Twitch. Go follow him. He was on the podcast. Another amazing legend. So we're here with Wampe. Yeah, he's a doctor. I'm a naughty nurse because, and he's going to control anything that goes wrong. If I'm too naughty, he's watching, So we're doing that today.
Playing police today. Over playing police.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, because that's one of his emotes. Overplaying police. So yeah, So what was the last concert you went to then? If it was before or after the pandemic, because now things are starting to open up. There's more festivals. So what festivals are you planning to go, or any new concerts that are coming up that you want to go to?
The last concert I visited was more tiny open stage events. The last concert I visited long time ago was 2013. On the last tour through Europe by Meatloaf.
And how was that? What was the highlight of that concert? What do you remember the most about that one?
The highlight was, at first, it was my first concert I visited by Meatloaf. I am, from my childhood, since the first time I met Meatloaf musically, yeah. Was a huge fan. Yeah, I really enjoying the music, and especially Better of Hell 1 and Better of Hell 2 are my one of my personal all-the-time favorite albums. Yeah, and the next thing is because on this evening the whole Better of Hell album was played.
Oh,
And this
wow.
was a really magical evening for me. Yeah, and I was really like crying. I cried during one song, and it was a magical evening for me. To see him, it was in Oberhausen in the König Pilsner Arena. I not had the best place. It was so in the upper left, from the stage upper left corner, but I had a good view from the side. The sound was.
Would you love me forever?
Yeah. Matt wants to have
gotta
some
know right
paradise at the dashboard light. But
He's
but
not
the
that
sound
kind of
was
doctor,
great,
okay?
And it was so magical from the beginning, and then they started playing the whole album, it was so. Now I can die, yeah. Or when they finish, yeah. Okay, now I can
won't
die.
do
I'm
that.
happy. That's the last big concert I visited.
That's awesome. It made like an
As I
impact.
know, he just still touring or having gigs in Australia. I don't know if he now live in Australia. I was really wondered. But it would be great to see him again because, in general, and that's a bridge to Dance of Vampire because the music of the musical is all by Jim Steinman, who made many songs for Made Love. And some songs in the musical are also known, for example, on the Battle of Hell 2. Objects in the review mirror may appear closer than they are is musically, for example, included into the musical. And as I already mentioned, the fake band Fire Inc. That is, in original, it's Street of Fire, a movie that is written also by Jim Steinman. That is the original version of the finale of Dance of Vampire. So this is like an cosmos, like a system all behind Jim Steinman. And as I heard a few weeks ago that he passed this year in April, this was really a moment where, whoa, okay. That was the time again to listen again to the albums, of course, yeah.
Wow.
But that's the reason why there's so many linked songs between musical, especially with Dance of Vampires, with Me Love, and I guess the most of you or of us all know the songs he has done for Bonnie Tyler, for Celine Dion.
That's
So
pretty
that's
crazy.
a special connection for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, on other news of events, I noticed that you're doing Drumsgiving this year,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
next month, right?
next month.
Tell
When-
us more about that. And when is your slot? What time are you gonna be on?
Yeah, I'm allowed to talk about my personal slot. Drumsgiving will be, maybe not everyone knows it. Drumsgiving is an tramathon, how it's called, where on a specific weekend, over 48 hours, over 30 awesome streamers decided to spend the time of the stream for the charity. And again, this year, Twahola will be the charity we want to collect for. So yes, we all want your money, and we want a lot of money. So tune in. It will be my first charity event I join. So it's in general, not especially this Drumsgiving event. There are very often any charity events on Steam. No, not Steam. Twitch. Sorry.
On
So
Steam.
I'm a newbie into that, and I'm really nervous about it. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to it because I guess it will be an amazing event. I already have tuned into one again, Mr. Drum Whisperer. He was for what was it? Named Catter Day. I'm not really
Saturday.
into the
Oh,
topic,
with
so I
Darth
can't really
Rips.
That's
talk
Darth
much
Rips.
about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but in general, it's so cool to get a possibility to be part of this line of awesomeness with music. And doesn't matter how much money we will raise at the end, but with every single euro or of course dollar to collect money to help a charity project like Twahola to do the stuff. That's a cool thing, and
Very cool.
every drummer don't need to spend much time instead of me, because I have the privilege to stream on 2 days, because I will do the night shift or part of the night shift. So when you will be all in bed, I will have 9 a.m. in the morning after breakfast. It's breakfast with music, and so I'm allowed to stream also on on Saturday, the 13th of November, and also the 14th of November. Sorry. Yeah. Both slots are starting at is it 6 a.m.? No, 4:30. I am having the German times in my mind. So 4:30, and the first day I have a slot with 1.5 hour, and the second day I am allowed to stream 3 hours. Yes,
Whoa.
4:30. Thank you.
a.m. our time.
And I'm really looking forward to it. And so many great streamers will be part of the many streamers we all know, I guess. Yeah, I would say. But I also met some new for me. But I'm not so long into the Trump family. I guess I joined the well-known Discord server 2 months ago. Yeah, so don't know anybody yet. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to the event, and we want your money. Give us your money. Money.
Are you also going to plan on going to TwitchCon next year?
Yes, TwitchCon. Amsterdam.
Would be possible. I don't know when it will be. It would. I like this events. It's like as I was more in the gaming content or more in communities with gaming. The Gamescom, for example, was an early, in anime or yearly event here in Cologne. Yeah, where one few days in the year, so many communities get the possibility to visit Twitch streamers, YouTubers, or anything else. So I'm really interested into visit the TwitchCon. It's of course depends on the situation. Yeah, we are still in, and I don't know yet what to do. Yeah, where are all
with
the
the
infos
whole-
or something else, and sometimes it seems like to meet all the people I would like to meet, mainly I need to go to the US and visit the TwitchCon
We're
in
having
the
a big
States.
thing.
Yeah?
We're having a big thing.
But
in
I
the
guess
US.
there's some European streamers that will be on in Amsterdam, I guess. So it would be great to go to the event. It's not fixed yet, but it's on my. One day I will take a look more into and plan. I don't want to know how fast the hotels and anything else will be.
Yeah, we're gonna be planning on something big here in the States. We also want to try to make it out to Amsterdam to meet all of our European friends, and if we hear that there's more of our European friends going to Amsterdam, because right now, like, we only know that Maxi Drums might show up out there, and
But he's also coming to.
he's also coming to the U.S.
To US, yeah.
And I don't know if anyone else is going out there that we know of. So it's up in the air for us to go to Amsterdam, but we're doing it big here. We're gonna like get a big place and have a few of our close streamer friends stay with us, and then we're gonna open up our doors to a night of our podcast guests that we're on to come on over to the place that we rent out and have a little bit of a party and maybe do a hot tub stream with drummers. And
Yeah, because I want to rent like a beach house in California, in San Diego, and do like a big party, have like a music video, do all the fun stuff, go big, and everyone that's on the podcast, I want them all to be there so we can all take pictures, have like a big group podcast picture, and also just have like music. Like if I can't have people bring instruments, we'll like rent some or do something fun. And yeah, of course I want to rent a house out with a pool and a hot tub. So let's see how many guys are gonna be up in there, and have some fun. It'll be really, really fun. So yeah, I'm telling everyone, come, because I know I'm gonna go to all 3 days, and I think I'm gonna stay an extra 2 days probably. So I'll be touring all around that area and just going to dinner, having brunch.
make money, Eric. I'll come and be YenYorkCity's personal waiter.
Aw. Yes, come, and it'll be so fun. We'll have such a blast.
Free access to Make Money, Eric, because he's been such a big supporter here for what we do.
I
Yeah,
guess after the podcast, I have to check how much a flight ticket costs.
Everybody that's like hearing about it, like, I actually think I need to go to this now.
Now, as I mentioned, to travel is not so my business, yeah? But especially after the pandemic, I think it would be a good point to not just to fly away many miles away, yeah, maybe to take a trip in the own country or maybe in some of the neighbor countries, yeah. So, but maybe plane ticket to what was it?
In
Not
San
San
Diego.
Francisco.
San Diego,
the,
California.
what you mentioned, where you would like to get a house.
It's in San Diego.
San Diego, sorry.
Yeah.
San Diego to do a trip to San Diego, maybe. Yeah, it sounds like the hotel is clear, or the house. Yeah, we will have a bed, a lot of space in the hot tub to sleep. And,
Yeah,
it should
anybody
be
can just
warm
bring
enough.
a bag, or what do you call those? The sleeping bag?
Sleeping bags. Yeah.
Hey, you guys are all musicians. You're used to it, right?
We'll get tents and stuff, and we'll camp out. And
The outside area is beautiful, We've been looking, and there's amazing spots there.
yeah,
and
we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have some catering, and we're gonna have a bar out for those that. We're gonna have limits on the drinks because we don't want people like throwing up everywhere.
inside of the hot tub
Yeah.
while we're filming and doing like.
Everyone gets 2
vlogs.
drink tickets, and that's it.
And then, no, bring your own bottle.
BYOB.
If you want any more, no, it's it's gonna be fun. Either way, it's gonna be fun.
Fun and responsible.
Yeah, Alpine. I know you're coming, right? You gotta come, Alpine. You have to. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah, so that's gonna be in a year from now. So you have a year to plan, guys. It's in October 2021. So you have a year.
1 year. Save up.
You know how much stuff can happen in a year. So
Get a little savings set up
or
for you.
incentives.
Put like $100 every month in there, and you'll have enough to get out to San Diego.
So what's your schedule looking like now, Wampe? When is the next time you're gonna stream?
Usually I'm streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 p.m. until wait I have to convert it in my head. 8 now, not 8, 6 until 10 p.m. So yeah, of course CET. And the rest of the week, it's more spontaneously. When I say mainly on weekends, it's Saturday. Oh, let's go. Spontaneously on air and having some fun, having a good time. It took a long time to get these 2 fixed dates at the moment during the week because I don't want to get too strict into the planning. Yeah, at the moment, 2 days during the week are very fine for me, and the rest is spontaneously. Most on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. It will get announced on Discord when I go there.
Make sure you're following Wampe, and make sure you're on his Discord so that you can be alerted as to when he is actually going live. If you want to check out some of his drum streams, which I highly recommend. He's a fun guy to watch, and plays hell of a drums, so he's good.
So any questions in chat? This is when you guys get to ask all the juicy questions you want to ask Wampe. I asked him before the podcast, like I do to all my guests, if there's anything that you can ask or anything you feel comfortable or don't feel comfortable. He said, just like everyone, it seems like 99% of you guys say, I'm an open book. Ask me anything. And he was probably the 1% that said, I'm an open ebook. Ask me anything. So go ahead, bring in your questions. So flash questions. What are your favorite drumsticks of choice that you like to play with?
At the moment, I'm just using a self-branded hickory stick by DrumTech. It's low price, so it's not really a big brand, but they are totally fine. I was really skeptical in at the first time when I tried the sticks, but for the Not just with this set, also with the previous set, it was really great to play with them. It was totally new. But these are at the moment my main sticks for electronic drums. I'm still having the head aluminum sticks. In the earlier days of my streams, I used them especially for Metallica songs and for Duality I'm having from Slipknot. And with my acoustic set, there's a special Regal tip. I don't know if it's available in the States or known on your side. They have a Rock X model that is really great, oversized or overlong sticks, usually in 5A. And I'm really comfortable with this sticks, but mainly at the moment, this self-branded hickory sticks.
Oh wow. So yeah, Alpine says Hickory's drum techs are good. Yeah, I love Hickory though.
I just
Sounds
switched up
like-
my sticks to hickory because they're like I use like the fire grain, and I felt like I might just break the electronic kit with those sticks because they're so like dense. So I had to switch it up to the lighter sticks with the hickory, so it makes it feel like it's safe to play with. Yeah.
Fav-
I don't really know if I ever played marble sticks,
oh.
for example. So I don't really know about the difference that way. But sometimes with sticks, it's like getting the right computer keyboard or the right computer mouse, especially for gaming. Yeah, and that you're feeling comfortable with this device or with this piece of hardware. It's very strange some days, and I never expected that this low price. I guess this is like the same. Don't know how it is here in Europe. There are some common pedals, for example, pedals that are these typical pedals that get labeled with, for example, DrumTech, Thomann, for example, are having the same pedal. It's a low price pedal, just branded with their own logo or with the own name, and every music store does have these pedals, just with another logo, and I guess that's the same with with these sticks, not with all other shops here, for example, in Germany or Europe. But I never expected that I will have a big love with these sticks.
The fire grain are good. I've been using them for the last 3 years, says
Yeah,
Lama.
I love them. I use them on my acoustic playing when I'm playing on the acoustic kit. Those pedals must be makeshift pedals if they are just branded the same as the others.
That sounds like. Here I'm still having. It wasn't Regal tip. Not the teardrop. How is it called? The tip.
Acorn?
With the round tip, and they are blank these days. I guess I played it blank, so I don't know anymore what it was. If Vic Thurf or Meinl, don't remember, to be honest. I can't really say it. I'm really strange with sticks when it's really seriously like so in my case, so the examples with the computer keyboard and the mouse was mean serious, because when I try it and doing hands-on, and so also with the sticks, and I just need to play a bit and then no, it's like directly bam in your face and you're in love, or directly no, please, here, go, take it away. I don't want to see it anymore. Burn it.
Oh no. I break Vic for 7As like crazy, one every 5 songs or so, but they feel so good.
The 7As, yeah, they're shorter and they're thinner. I got into those a long time ago when I was learning when I was watching like Marco Miniman play them, because he plays the 7As, but he's also long and like tall, like his arms can reach everywhere, so it's like 7As work for him because they're very good for like jazzier type of stuff. because they're lighter and thinner. But
At an acoustic set, I would still use 5A. Here on the these are 7A. To be honest, sometimes I'm really confused about what are the difference between when I take a look here, maybe 1 millimeter, but it feels good. That's fine. Yeah, doesn't matter if this 2A, 5A, BC, whatever.
Make Money Eric has a question. He says, before COVID, how was the music scene out there?
In Germany.
Especially in Germany, it was, I guess, not different to other countries. It was possible to visit concerts, and of course, I guess I'm not the common musician here on Twitch who's moved from the reality to Twitch, for example. I guess guitar player, piano player, singer could answer this better than mine. Yeah. I just having in this case the viewer perspective of having a city festival or something like that, yeah, or maybe a top 40 band on a Kirmes. What is it? Fair, or that, yeah. But of course, we also were able to visit events like this, yeah, and the last 3 years I wasn't. Also before the pandemic, I wasn't really so often on events like that because of work, because I want to be more at home, enjoying music, eat something, playing drums, and as good as possible, just meet people in general. But in general, the music situation would be daily business as usual, I would say.
So, you want to hit him with the last question?
Oh, well, Wampe, I did tell you about that one. The 12 songs of your choice that you would describe as the soundtrack of your life, which is usually like all the songs that somehow feels like a part of you. If you would leave the earth, what would you leave behind? You would leave a series of songs that describes you in the soundtrack of your life, all the songs. So there are 12. Did you come up with a list, or was it something that was either really hard or easy for you to come up with?
I tried, yeah, but I guess I can mention some songs that were in some already known, I would say. Definitely, I could start again with the great midlife experience with both Better of Hell 2 albums. Better of Hell, and especially I would do anything for love. Especially the last one is one of the most epic songs for me ever. The next would be also known Nightwish. There I could say the whole Once album from the beginning until the end, but of course especially Ghost Love Score. Then Toto with we remember, not because of the topic, because it's in relation to an ex-girlfriend of mine. She made a CD. It was during the football 2010. How is it? The football masterclass. How is it? The Weltmeisterschaft. How is it? Championship. Yeah. She made a CD, and there I met the song because she put the song on this compilation, and
yeah.
One song I love so much because just of having party is "Dancing Naked" by the Fat Rat. This is for me. It's an instrumental at the end, and for me this is a good. When I start to do a Berufsstuhl tango and dancing tango on the chair, yeah. When I listen to this music, because it's so amazing. This is, for example, music by the Fat Rat. I don't really know if it's NDW or NDE, more the electronical stuff, yeah. Where more listened to the last years, started listening to it, and Oh, it's really hard for me at the moment. That were the songs that are directly in my mind.
Yeah.
Maybe let's go next. Yeah, maybe I will again have another song available in a few minutes. I don't know. Yeah. The problem for me is again this buffet thing. Yeah? There's so many great and awesome songs, and they are not every time in relation to a specific moment or a specific person or something else. And to have, for example, here the first song I've ever learned with Massive, no, not one, with Nothing Else Matters. Sorry, is not that with such an impact for me emotionally that I say, oh, this is the song because it was the first. That's fine, but it's not really important to my. I like the song. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I would totally love to play it, but it's not that I say, oh, that's the reason why I love it. And it's really hard to me to find or pick specific songs because there's so many. There's so many. And if I would need to build up a compilation, I would need more than 10 discs. Yeah, so
Alpine says, is there
it's
any
really
songs
hard.
in mind your parents influenced you with?
Oh,
Yeah.
my parents influenced. No, my parents didn't influence me in music.
Anything that they listen to that kind of remembers certain periods of your life that that your parents might have like played at the time that you can be like, when I hear this song, this kind of reminds me of this moment in my life or something.
Not really. Nothing what directly in my mind.
Well, what was the first song you ever learned on the drums that you were really proud of?
Oh, this was it was one of my first nemesis in stream. It
Oh.
was Carry On Where Your Heart's On.
Okay.
This was a song I knew the song, but I wasn't really able to play it because the structure and how to play is not just a simple 4/4, yeah, or it's tricky. I can't really name it, yeah. But I was so proud when I challenged this song, and now I'm really able to play it easy.
Like second nature.
Yeah, that's a point or an example why I'm really so angry about myself that I missed to do serious training or serious learning into the instrument. Because after so many years I can show a kind of good drumming, but I'm not really. I would name myself as simple amateur, and that's okay. Yeah, that's not the thing. But sometimes I'm really angry about myself that I missed the seriously to do more for this, to get more, and to can more. As such, playing AC/DC, for example.
It's never too late,
or-
like
You can always,
you can always develop all that, and
I'm getting back into it, and I started when I was like 16, 17, and then I stopped, and I told you I had my son, and then it all just ended up becoming another thing that I put in the back burner, and then I ended up going back to the university. I ended up getting into nutrition, and then I stopped drinking. I haven't drank in like 10 years now, almost. Yeah, no, well, no,
longer
it's
probably.
a long time. No, not quite 10 yet. But I changed my lifestyle, became a yoga instructor, and then I was all about like I said, like I'm metal, but I do have that like a meditative state that I like to go into and teach. So there's different parts of your life that you develop to become the human that you are now, the evolved human. So you know how you said, oh, I used to be stupid when I was younger and I only liked metal, and now you love all genres in different ways. And also going back to playing the drums like wholeheartedly with everything that you have, the passion that you have. it's like me. I'm going back to that. I even started taking classes. I started taking guitar classes, vocal lessons, because I didn't realize I could even extend my voice to another level. So all those things, it doesn't matter. Like, you can still develop them and go out of this world knowing even more than what you do now. You know, we have all this time that we could still use for our passions, our love, because that never stops. Your passion will always be there till the day you die. So keep going, keep growing. Like I tell everybody that's on the podcast, you know, you have this life, and use it, and have fun, and do what you love. You know, that's the most important thing.
So true. And I'm not on Twitch to prove my skill. I'm here to enjoy the music and giving the people out in the chat or in other streams also a good time.
Nice. That's the best mindset to have.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, Wampe, man, it was fun to learn more about you and your background, and you know, your developments here on stream, and you know, your interests, and it was a journey for sure. I had fun.
Thank you, and the same one from my side. Thank you again for the invitation, and it was a great talk for me. To be honest, most of the time I was more nervous, I guess.
Oh, don't
but I
be.
have to be honest, it's so unusual to me to speak the whole time in English, yeah. Because of course, with my mother language, I'm more spontaneously, more funnier, and
So
it's
if you have
it's a good start, huh?
if you have something to say in German that you want to let the people know, you know, about you and the podcast itself, you know, feel free to say something in your mother tongue.
Yeah, you have your followers here, and I'm sure they would love to hear something to close out, and say you know, anything that you like in German right now.
Again, and I will start it at first in English, so you also understand what I would like to say, because I'm really happy, and I'm happy to do this. And every time again when I go live on Twitch, there's so many people outside, and but it's not on my channel. It's also on every other music channel I do visit. I recommend every time again to everyone, please go to the music section and take a look. Yeah, you can find for every time of the day a stream where you can enjoy the music in the background, in the lurk, or maybe when you're in a lunch break, active in the chat. And it's such a privilege that I have the possibility to enjoy the music, to do this here, and not just playing for myself. And I'm so thankful for this. And that's the reason why I'm lost for words.
That's the
Again and
reason why
again.
you stream, because you love the whole community aspect of Twitch, right? I know that's what you've been trying to say and invoke in a way that it's just, you do it because you love it and it's fun, and you just keep doing it because you also feel like a way of expressing your emotions. Like the way you had your first song was Crazy by Britney Spears, and then the second one was this heartfelt Toto song, you know, that you really feel that you need to, it's almost like a meditative state for him to get into the songs, and not every song be like a crazy, you know, fast song, but also to tone it down and feel the songs and have slower, you know, songs and different genres, not just catering to one genre. So I love that. And he calls it a buffet of genres, which I love.
There was a magical moment in the in February or March. I met for the first time another streamer on Twitch. It was the second or the third stream I visited, and I fell in love with him in Musically Mind, because I requested God, sorry.
There's so
by-
many.
Let me
Happens to
check
me.
it. Sorry. One of Us by John Osborne.
Oh, that's a
And-
good one.
And he do loop. Please allow me to mention him. Paratune is also a musician from Germany. He is doing usually in the morning streams. So many from Australia do know him, for example, and I guess in the more west section of the states, it's possible that you can see him late at or near to midnight. Yeah, and I requested One of Us by John Osborne. That is a song I really love, really like, and he played it for me, and he looped the song, and then he did a guitar solo.
Wow.
My heart was dancing, and that was the moment where I started to keep in the stream and visit the stream again and again. This is the magical moment. That's the reason why I recommend to all other again and again. Watch other music streams. Take a look into the section. Find other drummers, singers, guitarists, whatever. And please explore and enjoy and find your own magical moments like this.
That's beautiful. I totally resonate with that. With Josh, I think it was Darth Rips that introduced me to him through a raid. Also, raids are really important. Sharing the community and the love, so people discover other people that are new or that you just enjoy.
Now in Germany, like say it in Germany. We want to hear you speak your language.
Yeah, let's go. Let's say something in German for us to what you just said, so you can explain it more in your mother tongue.
Okay, nun in meiner Muttersprache in Deutsch werde ich kurz halten, liebe Leute, die mich verstehen, denn es war einfach ein dufter Abend und ihr habt mich, glaube ich, schon lange genug heute ertragen müssen. Deswegen möchte ich mich nicht nur im Namen der anderen beiden von YenYork als auch Luna einfach bei euch bedanken, sondern auch von meiner Seite aus, dass ihr reingeschaut habt, dass ihr hoffentlich einen schönen Abend hattet und mir nachseht, dass ich ab und an doch mal ein bisschen so dass ich nicht so ganz in der Lage war, auf irgendwas direkt einzugehen. Ich bin halt Deutscher. So ist halt nun mal. And now, back to YenYork and Luna.
Aww. I really like it. Awesome. Wampe is such an authentic streamer and drummer. Love his streams. It is always honest and fun to listen to. Fee, welcome, hi Fee. That's one of your peeps coming in. Yeah, I see Anika also from your community. She was here the entire time. So much love to you, Anika.
Akina.
Akina. Sorry, this hair in my face. And DW. Hey, you came right at the end. DW.
Okay.
It was a great chat with Wampe from Germany.
Got Debbie in here.
Debbie, beautiful Debbie. Mwah. Sending you love.
Tommy
from Detroit.
Llama
from Connecticut. One of my good friends.
Make Money Eric.
Alpine, my prize mod, Alpine from Germany also, which if you guys don't know Alpine, please give him a follow because he's a creator and maker of many things. What was the last thing you were working on, Alpine? I saw it on Twitter. It was a drum, right? He does also cowbells. You have his cowbell right over there, right? You had it right here before. Is it there still? His smooth bell.
It's over here.
He creates these wonderful smooth bells, and a few of the drummers here in the Twitch community are blessed with having one of his creations. This is the one of the first, right?
Yep, this is number 2 of X. I don't know how many he made already, but I got the second iteration of his development of the smooth bell. This is like this is vintage now.
And Wampe is getting his sent to him also from Alpine. So if you guys, all the cool kids are getting those are the smooth bells created by Alpine, my prize mod right there in the chat. He also does those streams live, so you can see he does a lot of those. He does also Germany streams IRL. He went hiking and bike riding on Takeover Travels, which hopefully will be coming back because I've had a Swedish one with Max A Drums. I had also Alpine from Germany take us all around. What was the other one? I forgot which other one. Well, every so often I like to get now I think everything's kind of different because they made the stream keys different, and I think you can't just give your stream key to everyone now. you want them to stream on your channel. So it's a little different now. But yeah, it's really nice. So if you like IRLs, also check that out. And we do IRLs too here in New York City. We'll be doing more, maybe a Central Park one with all the leaves changing. And the next person on the podcast next week is Drumface James.
Drumface James!
As you can see right here. He's really fun. He's awesome, another drummer. And then Smash Cab. You guys can't miss Smash Cab over there. He's awesome.
On that side.
He's another awesome streamer here that plays drums. So
And then later tonight, we're going to be setting up for our drum stream. It's going to be themed, potentially somewhere along the lines of it being, police related, medical related,
what?
fire related, anything that requires the services of firefighters and nurses.
YMCA. YMCA.
We're gonna play songs from the band Police. We're gonna
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I think anything spooky, sexy. Hello, nurse. Or
very much Halloween themed.
Anything that's awesome, basically.
So tune in tonight around 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be set up for that. And we're gonna stick around for the raid. We're gonna raid someone fun, Fernand Ufret. He's an acoustic singer-songwriter, and he does also podcasts. He did podcasts with John Petrucci a couple of times. He sat in with John Petrucci for some clinics.
That's big.
He also, it's a very successful podcast that he runs on YouTube. He has a lot of fun Cartman impersonations on Instagram. If you like South Park, so stick around for the raid. Check him out when we get over there. Show him some YenYorkCity love when we get over there. And maybe I think he has a redemption to get him to sing some Cartman stuff. So, and he's really good at it. So, but yeah, Wampe, thank you again for being on here. It was a pleasure having you on here. I hope the rest of your night is relaxing. And I don't know what time it is out there now. I'm pretty sure it's a little late, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 10:30.
Yeah. So, thanks again, and it was fun. And I can't wait to see your next stream. When's your next stream again?
Planned on Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, it should be the same time zone, right? Same time frame. Tuesday. Not not
Tuesday
timing,
will
but
be
like
12 a.m.
yeah,
No, 12 p.m.
12 p.m.
at your location.
Also, don't forget to check him out at Drumsgiving, which is next month. Which is your slot again? What day? I think you were going to mention it too.
Yeah, it will be on Saturday from 4 a.m. 4:30 a.m. until 6 a.m. on Saturday, and on Sunday from 4:30 until what is it? 7:30. Yeah.
So yeah, that's just go give him a follow, so you'll get all the notifications. And I hope to see you guys on Luna Satori stream later. Thank you so much, Wampe. You're amazing. You're fun. You're a beautiful human being, and I can't wait to see you on your next stream. Thanks again, everyone, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your weekend.
Sure you're following Wampe.
Wampe,
Follow him.
He's the man.
Catch you guys later.
Bye. I love you guys.
I'm doing the minimum.
YenYorkCity Podcast.